Matt and Josh Select Comics Marvel news of the week.
Oh, sorry.
It's only water, folks. It's not moonshine.
Oh,
Thor 5 news, I guess. Thor 5
okay.
rumor suggests Valhalla, and perhaps the multiverse will be a key part of Odinson's next movie. Thor 5 Love and
Oh.
Thunder brought back Natalie Portman's Jane Foster and transformed her into the mighty Thor. Unfortunately, it looked like to be a one and done appearance for the character, as Jane's cancer eventually overcame her and she entered. Oh, spoilers, guys! Come on.
Yeah,
She
holy
entered
mackerel.
Valhalla shortly after dying in battle. Um, the comic circus is taking a closer look at the scene in the wake of Loki and What If Season 2, respective releases on Disney Plus, and point out that they believe to be the unwoven threads of the multiverse in Valhalla's background. Oh, interesting. Well,
Okay.
the site goes on to theorize that this realm of the dead likely exists outside time and space, similar to Black Panther's ancestral plane and the Duat and Field of Reeds from Moon Knight. They also share
Oh.
potentially very exciting Thor 5 rumor. Our sources confirmed that part of the early ideas of the forthcoming Thor 5 movie involve Valhalla as one of the upcoming locations, exploring another aspect of Norse mythology. The implications of this are likely to be significant. For example, if Thor dies in battle against Hercules, then it means he'll be reunited with many of his friends he's lost over the years, many of whom, well, you can't bring Ray Stevenson back. He's already dead. Are likely to come in very handy when multiverse's mightiest heroes need to assemble against Kang. If Valhalla exists outside the known multiverse, could this imply that this hall is open to all possible variants of Norse characters in the Marvel multiverse, not just Earth 616? Could Valhalla be home to multiple Thor variants or variants that possess the power of Thor? You can see where this is heading, right? Yes, this may indeed be how Marvel Studios goes about introducing the Thor core. We're not sure what they're essentially being dead will mean, but if you're familiar with Thor's comic book adventures, you'll know that death means little to Asgardians and that Valhalla is just really another realm like hell they often travel to and from. They just brought back the Thor core in the current Immortal Thor run to face Tyrannos. Brought this up too. So they brought him back to battle against Tyrannos. Included in the Thor core, this one was Jane Foster, Beta Ray Bill, Storm. She was part of the Thor core. They were throwing the hammer back and forth to each other because they were able to do it for like 60 seconds. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Whoa. Okay.
Even Loki was handling the hammer there for a bit.
God damn.
Yeah, so it'd be fun
did
to
not
see
know.
a Thor core. Although obviously Storm, I don't think would be in it by the time Thor came out. Thor 5 came out, but you could get Beta Ray Bill in there somehow.
I think everyone is dying for some
Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill BRBs.
Yeah, everyone like a lot of comic book collectors have been specking on him being, because they kind of teased it in Thor 3 in that stack. There was an alien that looked like Beta Ray Bill, so maybe we'll get him. Wonder Man's not canceled. During the strike,
They're
everyone
shooting
said this
stuff.
show was canceled and they were released from their contracts and they were free to go about their business. However, this new report suggests Wonder Woman is very much alive. Recent reports claim that Marvel Studios had scrapped the project, with the cast and crew told to move on from the Disney Plus series, following massive production delays resulting from the SAG-AFTRA and WGA strikes. However, filming has now resumed in downtown LA. Some revealing new photos and video from the set have been shared on social media. As some predicted, it seems Wonder Man is going to be its own film franchise within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. These photos give us a look at the movie logo, though the silhouette doesn't feature Simon Williams, Yaha Abdul Mateen, his likeness. It does give us a glimpse of the character's superhero chest emblem. Interestingly, the display also seems to include a town or city surrounded by some sort of hex, like the one Scarlet Witch put up around Westview in WandaVision. We don't know if this is hinting at direct connection to Marvel's first Disney Plus show, but that's prevailing theory. So you can kind of
That'd be
see
nice.
the.
Yeah, I saw them.
Well, I'm showing it to the audience.
Oh, they don't care.
Uh, I don't know. Do I see what looks like a hex around here? It seems just like a background for.
Kinda, yeah. I
Where?
feel like it's a stretch. No, I feel like it's
Yeah,
kind of
it just looks like a movie standout that you send to theaters before a movie comes out. It doesn't look like.
Yeah.
Unless there's another one here.
Yeah.
Well, it's a video. Yeah, I don't know that there's anything to do with the hex there.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so I guess we are still getting Wonder Man. Cool. I'll watch that.
Yeah.
Okay, last Marvel news of the week. She-Hulk season 2 gets disappointing update from Tatiana Maslany. Or does it? I guess they came out. I don't know. So let's read this first.
Yes.
She-Hulk attorney at law star Tatiana Maslany does not recommend fans hold out hope for season 2 of the Disney Plus series. So far, the only live-action MCU Disney Plus original series to be renewed for season 2 has been Loki. However, many of these shows ended with just enough loose ends to pick up if a second season were to happen. She-Hulk was no different. Even cheekily referencing season 2 in the MCU's writer's room during the show's finale. According to She-Hulk actress Tatiana Maslany during a recent Twitch stream, season 2 of She-Hulk seems highly unlikely. Speaking during a Codenames Live The New Class stream. Do you know what Codenames are? You're on Twitch. You're a Twitch streamer.
Code names.
Maslany said she did not think fans should expect season 2, remarking with a dash of humor, "The show blew its budget with season 1. Given this, Disney..." She said that Disney was like, "No thanks." It's worth noting that Maslany, while relatively confident in her answer, was not given any sort of official announcement on the stream, as evidenced by her multiple uses of think as opposed to something more definitive. However, Maslany's response certainly dampens fans' hopes that a She-Hulk season 2 will ever get announced and made by Marvel. I don't know. I'd watch a season 2. I'd like to see. Go ahead.
It's not hard. Like, people were rooting for the show. They wanted to like it. And a good chunk of people didn't enjoy the humor.
Yeah.
Because they didn't think it was witty or funny. And, I mean, the first episode was great because we were introduced to characters. We got to see some Mark Ruffalo. It was tasty business. You know what I mean? He gets abducted and shit. She turns. It's awesome, right? And then, like, see episode 2, you kind of get a little bit more into it. It's starting to wane, and then it kind of starts to fall off the
Are you forgetting
track.
about Wongers?
When did we get that?
That was in.
Oh,
that was in that show. Wongers and
No. I meant
his little sidekick. That was annoying. That was great. We love that.
It was okay. Hold on. That was probably the best part of the show. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I was kind of just more.
That's
along
the problem
the
when
lines
the best
of,
part of your show is Wong and his annoying sidekick who gets drunk a lot.
Yeah. No, you know what? And I think that it had so much promise. And kind of fell by the wayside, and I feel like they were maybe even relying a little bit too much on like the wall breaking business.
Go fuck yourself.
I don't know. Yes. So I feel that if they did season 2, they couldn't spend fucking whatever. What did they spend on the show? It's like $200 million.
I don't know what the budget was, but the CGI would be better the second season because they've had time to do it. The first season, the CGI was questionable. I'm sure that's why it actually cost a lot of money because they had to rush and they were paying, right? Although the CGI for Mark Ruffalo's Hulk looked fine because they've had years of modeling with a movie budget to do it. I would be fine with season 2. I'd be fine with season 2 of all of the things that they've made so far.
Just
why
write
not?
it better.
Like, I'll watch more of it. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, then I don't watch all of it. Like,
a little bit more thought, a little bit more work on the script.
Give it the same treatment you're giving Daredevil or Born Again. You get a showrunner, a show Bible, and you.
And if I'm not
you don't think you're going to
mistaken,
fix it in post-production.
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't know if we're gonna touch on this or whatever, but like Vincent D'Onofrio talking about the Daredevil, rewrite
Organ.
happening
Yeah.
and everything or whatever, and he literally said that all the creatives got into the room and decided that this was not a good idea to fully reboot the show, that it needed to be a kind of continuation / canon event or whatever.
Yeah.
And he said that he was in the room for that. And it's like, that's not hard. Like, you know what I mean? You get them all together, you have a meeting. It's like, that's how they did it. And it's just like, oh my God.
Have a collaboration.
And it brings it back to the other thing that I said, which was nowadays, no one's meeting anybody. Everything's, you're video calling everybody, and then you're going on with 10 people, 2 of whom you're acting with, the rest you're not. And it's just like, it never seems like a project anymore. It seems more like a...
Are you saying it's harder to collaborate over Zoom on a project than when you're in the same room? This doesn't seem like all
Gasp.
tech Valley CEOs are you being paid by them? Because I just saw Apple was like, you guys are all gonna have to move to Texas from California or losing your jobs.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, they're sending 100 people from California to Texas, and they said if they don't want to move, they lose their job. Lots of companies spent tons of money on buildings that are empty now because remote work is the best.
Of course.
Anyways, it appears Tatiana Maslany may have spoke too soon. Although she's probably not in the know. The last thing she probably heard was before the writer's strike. Despite its lead actor offering a pessimistic update about She-Hulk Attorney at Law, a new report claims Disney is still reevaluating the possibility of continuing the MC series. As reported by Comic Book Movie in IO9, Disney and Marvel haven't completely abandoned the idea of She-Hulk renewal following comments from star Tatiana Maslany that appeared to kill any chance of the Disney Plus show returning. While Insider Report admitted Maslany's claims were valid, Disney CEO Bob Iger still opened a potential renewal. Maslany's comments are basically accurate, just lacking some context. The context is that when Bob Iger returned to Disney and changed much of Marvel's directions, everything was reevaluated. So while Marvel works everything out, it's not that a second season of She-Hulk has been completely abandoned. It just seems less likely than not at the moment. If they this all comes down to budget. If they got their budgets under control and then didn't spend, I feel part of the problem, and I could be totally off on this, is that the reason why their budgets get so crazy is because they try and fix half of the content in post-production. So they have to schedule people.
Absolutely.
To come back. They have to redo CGI. They
Absolutely.
This is the problem. If they fix that, which they appear to be doing with Daredevil, is they're doing a show Bible, writing all the episodes, having a showrunner, he's the last say. They shoot it, maybe do a couple of pickups, and they're done. Instead of going back and redoing 2 months of it because something doesn't work that Kevin Feige didn't like, then they will be able to keep their budgets under control and do more shows like this that may not be huge hits, but will be good content for Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
I would agree. No, you're definitely right. Here's the other thing. Here's something else.
Here's the thing.
Extreme. Here's something. I can probably count on 2 hands how many times I've gone back and watched
A Marvel show?
early Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Or even late Marvel movies that I've rewatched. How many times have you gone back and rewatched any season of any of the shows, even an episode?
I'll say Marvel. I haven't rewatched an episode, but Mandalorian, I've rewatched episodes.
Okay, but regarding Marvel, so you haven't rewatched anything.
I actually tried to rewatch. I've tried to rewatch Falcon 3 times on Disney Plus, and every time I try and start it, it just spins, and I give up. I'm like, fuck this.
Wow, that's hilarious. Yeah. That's actually so funny. I haven't. if I were to go back, I think I'd watch maybe, the second last or last episode of WandaVision. They were great. Um, and then maybe some Moon Knight business. Maybe when we first or second last episode. Um, yeah, like there's a couple, right, that I would go back. I haven't.
Yeah.
But out of the movies that I've gone back and watched, like we just finished watching finished watching Infinity War. Like we just, we sat down,
Oh,
plunked
those
it
movies
down.
we watch. Well, you can rewatch Infinity War and Endgame constantly.
And then, even then, it was the same with Deadpool 2. We rewatched, even though I guess it doesn't count. It was under Fox at the time. There was one before that, and I forgot.
Winter Soldier is totally rewatchable.
It's like the
Civil
most
War is
rewatchable
totally
one,
rewatchable.
100%. Dang.
First Iron Man totally
remember
rewatchable. 2 and 3, yeah, not so much.
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok is rewatchable.
Yep.
Uh,
But yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's not fully there. Is that you tapping on your mic? It's not knocking that I'm hearing.
oh, sorry.
Okay, I thought I was losing my mind. Yeah. So it's just one of those things, I guess. Like it's your quality isn't fully there where it needs to be. And the other thing too is that they're continuing to charge more for less.
Did Disney Disney Plus go up? I
thought
Apple,
they all went up.
Apple TV, I got a message that Apple TV was going up.
Apple went up. Fucking Amazon went up. I already got the ads for that.
Pay for
It's ridiculous. And then, well, if that's the case, and it was Disney went up just a month before.
Oh, I think Disney's at like $14.99 Canadian now. I think, where it started out at what? It started out at $8.99 or $7.99 or something. I remember Apple TV started out at $4.99. I think it's $9.99 now.
And I would say Apple TV is probably close to having the highest quality stuff.
Yep. For adults, I mean, Disney Plus has a different kind of agenda of like spread across all age gaps.
Absolutely. But yes, I would say for adults,
yes, Apple Plus for sure. I think Amazon would be a close second compared to Netflix, given Amazon doesn't seem to cancel shows really quick, as opposed to Netflix. They'll cancel it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Same with Apple TV. Like, I honestly don't know how popular For All Mankind is, but it's an amazing sci-fi show.
I heard it's amazing, and I want to start it. I just haven't gotten the chance.
Yeah, season 4 just finished, and they have 7 seasons planned, and I think Apple will let them do it because it's just so good.
Yeah.
And like Amazon had The Expanse, they picked that up. It was also one of the greatest sci-fi shows of our generation. Reacher, and like Amazon, like I feel like the top 2 is Amazon and Apple TV. Hulu might be in there third, but we don't get Hulu here, so we get that stuff on Disney Plus in Canada. So we don't get all of the Hulu stuff. So, but I mean, they make good content too. But yeah, I don't know for me. And Masters of the Air comes out next week on Apple Plus, or Apple TV. I'm so fucking stoked about that show.
Which one?
Masters of the Air. It's a sequel to Band of Brothers in the Pacific from Spielberg, and it's based on the book Masters of the Air, about the 8th Air Force during World War II.
Oh my god!
Like Austin Butler's in it. He's one of the lead actors, and it was he filmed it before Elvis. So
holy sweet Moses!
Barry Cogan is in it. He's one of the looks like, I think he's a tail gunner or something, but you should watch the trailer. Like the trailer looks like they spent $300 million on it.
Jesus.
We've been waiting for this for years, because originally it was supposed to be at HBO.
Right.
And the Pacific didn't do as well as Band of Brothers. I mean, understandably, it was a different kind of show.
Sure.
But Spielberg and Tom Hanks' play tone We're supposed to do it at HBO, and then some shuffling got sent around, and then they gave him a budget, and HBO was like, no. And Apple's like, we'll do it. We'll spend that much money. Bring it over here. We'll do it. Do whatever you want. So, I read the budget was $200 million plus for the 8 to 10 episodes.
Jesus.
But I'm super stoked for that show. It starts next week with the first 3 episodes, I think.
Well, that's crazy.
Anyways, that's less Marvel news than Marvel news of the week. But
just a tiny bit. That's okay.
Off topic. It's fine. Let us know what Marvel show you want to see from Disney Plus. There's no way they don't have Tatiana Maslany come back somewhere else, though. Like whether she's in Secret Wars or she's too good of an actress to leave on the bench.
I would agree. And I think I hope they know that, because she's like, I feel like she's the best one.
The best actress to be in a Marvel movie?
No, for her to play, her to play She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that she's better than Annette Bening and what's that other actress? The one that was Nova Prime in Guardians. Glenn Close. I'm not sure if Tatiana's got the same kind of background or accolades as those two fine actresses, but she's got the talent for it.
I would agree.
Okay, that's Marvel News of the Week. It's kind of a short week for all this stuff. Hopefully there'll be more stuff next week to talk about. And if Josh finishes Echo by next week, we'll talk about that.
I'll finish it. All right.
There's some things to discuss, so we'll probably do one Echo video review if he is able to finish it. So thanks.